antiques. It's time to talk antiques once again, and we're here ready to rock and roll. So,
are we ready to rock?
Well, I don't know. This bus don't look like it could rock a whole lot.
We're gonna rock first or roll?
I believe we better roll because a bunch of us look like we ain't ready to rock.
All right, well, we'll just roll that way.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so once every 3 months, I still get this magazine. I've been getting it for about 20 years now. It's 15 or 20. You know how you lose time after a while?
Yep.
And it's called Western Clippings. And what it is this guy keeps up with all the old Western stars and, you know, the stunt people. And, of course, you know, most of the real big-name Western stars are gone now.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot, like, you're going to talk about it. Like Roger Moore. Did y'all know that Roger Moore was actually Bo Maverick?
Yeah.
I was sitting
On the
looking at
Maverick
it.
series?
I think Roger Moore. I think James Bond.
Now everybody does.
Yes.
Yep.
So there was still a few, and most of the people that are still dying off, they're like 90s, and they're in their 90s and stuff. So, why don't we get started? We'll talk about empty saddles, which means when they say empty saddle, that's the people, some of the Western stars that have passed away.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about some good old stuff that's sold.
All right.
Right? Are we going to do that?
We'll do that.
Okay, so Roger Moore was 89, and we already said he played Maverick, or Bo Maverick on Maverick. He was also on the Alaskans, and from 59 to 60, and just he's the guy who I think of as James Bond because he was James Bond when I was a kid. So,
yeah, well, I mean, he was.
You know. Sean Connery.
Yeah, well, Sean Connery was before I started getting to go to the theater to see him. So Roger Moore's who I think of.
Well, me too.
Yeah.
I like Roger Moore. He was a good James Bond.
Okay. And also Adrienne Booth. She was 99, also known as Lorna Gray. She passed away. She was a leading lady in 18 westerns and 5 serials. She died on April 25th. Let's see, what did she play in? She became a star after entering in a beauty contest. She became Miss Grand Rapids, then Miss Michigan, and she moved to Chicago, and a singer in New York City to perform in vaudeville. And a talent scout spotted her in a Cleveland Review and sent her to Hollywood to become a star. Gosh, let's see what she starred in. It jumped pages on me there. You set me up for that.
Well, there ain't nothing that you can't handle.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you can look it up.
Look at there.
Okay,
You
there you
found it. It looks like, according to what I see here, there's been a bunch of people pass away.
Yeah.
Looks like 15 or 20 people.
She appeared, she was in contract with Columbia for 2 years. She appeared in several Three Stooges comedies. She later
Certainly.
signed with the Republic.
Lady.
Yeah.
They're very
She was, it's a Western Women book. She was happy there the entire time and never had a bad day. They tried to create another Roy and Dale with her. She was the only lady besides Dale who received co-star billings with Monty Hale in 7 westerns. And
You know, you was talking about the Three Stooges.
yeah,
Lucille Ball appeared on the Three Stooges. A lot of big name actors had little bit parts on the Three Stooges.
oh sure, yeah, and that would have been. It seemed like it would have been a lot of fun to be in one, you know.
Yeah. I think what you can do is just flip over here and you can pretty well.
Okay, well that's the jumps from
Yeah.
there to there.
Yeah, I don't know why, but they usually don't put it on. This is on the front page now. Usually it's back in the back like where you found it.
Okay, I'll keep it.
So
new form.
Okay.
I guess it was some big people.
Or there were a lot
Yeah,
of them. They
well,
had more room.
Kathleen Crowley was 87. She was in 25 TV Western series, but best known for her appearances on Maverick. She died April 23rd, and she was born December 26, 1929. She was in Silver Whip, 7 Cities of Gold, 10 Wanted Men, Western Ho, The Wagons, Phantom Stagecoach, The Quiet Gun, Curse of the Undead. She was in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Showdown.
Yeah, you don't have to read them
Yeah.
all, but there is most of these character actors you know,
Branded
that's how they made their
Bonanza.
living.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
So they were in a lot of westerns.
Yeah. Another leading lady, Alina Verdugo.
Mm-hmm.
She was 92, died May 30th. She was a longtime friend of Hollywood Reporter magazine Sharon Gless, and it's one of the funniest women she ever knows, she said. Let's see. She was in the House of Frankenstein was her breakthrough movie, and then westerns came along in '48.
Yeah.
Reckon they made enough money to afford Obamacare.
You know, if you think about it, Ray, back then, I'd be surprised if any of them had health insurance. I know that when Nancy and I first got married, talking about that kind of stuff, when Tracy was born, it cost I think I'm right on this, like $100 or $150 for the doctor and $250 for the hospital bill. So she's only about a $400 baby.
I cost $5.25.
Yeah, your parents were in the military.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And then Brian was about 150 more. And he was born in
Somebody's
73.
getting rich off us, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, it costs a lot of money. Well, you know, I'll tell you a lot of it too, though. If you think about it, is the liability insurance these people have to carry now.
That's
Everybody wants to sue you for
That is
something,
a
not
huge
just the medical field. Everybody.
Well, you know, somebody's got to take care of the lawyers.
Yeah.
And all these people.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
they poor.
they doing all right, ain't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. So next on the list will be Adam West.
Yeah.
He was 88. He was, of course, starred in Batman. He
That was, when you say Batman, that's 99% of people say Adam West.
Yeah, oh yeah, Adam West was Batman, absolutely. And a couple of days before he died, I found a movie where it was like the Return to the Batcave, I think was the name of it, and it was where Adam West and the guy who played Robin went to like be. It was a movie about them making a Batman movie and them being consultants on it and solving a crime while it was going on, kind of thing.
Well, I told you the story about the Batman show in the 60s. It was so popular that all the movie stars that had children at, the
Yeah.
right age wanted to get their kids, and they did, get their kids on the show. Little bit parts.
Yeah.
So he was also in westerns, or
He
wouldn't
was.
be in
He was
this.
in Bronco, Cheyenne, Maverick. He was in Doc Holliday on or he starred as Doc Holliday on Colt 45. Lawman, Sugarfoot, The Rifleman, Laramie, Bonanza, Gunsmoke. He was in a lot of
Well,
stuff.
see, that's how they was. Those
He would have
those
guest
bit
starred on those
actors
just like they guest
were
starred on
crossovers
his.
all the
Yeah.
time. And then every once in a while, one of them would be like Adam West and hit the lucky spot, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Batman,
Right.
or like Gunsmoke, James Arness. I
Right.
mean, he actually played space, those space movies, and he was just a bit actor.
Yeah.
And I think I'm right on this that they were wanting John Wayne to be the Gunsmoke guy.
Really? I didn't
think
know
so.
that.
But
I think John Wayne, I think he is the one that got James Arnett.
Yeah, he
the job.
recommended-
Yeah, he
yeah.
recommended him.
I didn't know
which I just can't see Gunsmoke without James Arness
that.
No.
Yeah, that's
or Festus.
that's really who I see on
Festus
it.
made the show, though,
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
You gotta have a
The
side.
man was a
What-
very educated man, and to be able to speak
Mm-hmm.
the language that he spoke
Yeah, well,
was unbelievable.
that
An
just
educated
goes
man.
to show you how good of an actor he was.
Yes, sure.
And Chester was good, but nothing like
He was no Festus.
he was not. He was also, Festus was also one of the sons of the Pioneers, the
Yeah.
singing band.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you what, we're just loaded up with
I
knowledge.
tell you, yeah, you are.
Between us-
Or either that or just making it up, and I'm gullible.
Good, educated.
Well, between us five, counting our producer over there, I think we can educate these people.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna have to narrow it down, or we're gonna be here all day just doing
Okay,
empty
all right. Well,
saddles.
Well, I
So
got
give us about 2 or 3 things that they was on.
stuntman Lauren Janis, 85, who did stunts in hundreds of movies and TV shows. He died June 24th in L.A. He was in the Ten Commandments, Jailhouse Rock, Bat Masterson, Pony Express, Little House on the Prairie.
There you are.
There you go. He
Think about that. The Ten Commandments and Jailhouse Rock. That goes together.
There you go. Okay, next we got Roger Smith. He was 84, star of 77 Sunset Strip.
Hey,
Jeff Spencer.
everybody that's my age remembers 77 Sunset Strip.
Oh, yeah.
He would be known as the husband of Anne Margaret for 50 years.
That wouldn't be a bad thing to remember. Would it?
Yeah, remembered by. Westerns were few, Sheriff and Cochise, Sugarfoot, and Wagon Train.
Well, Wagon Train was a big one.
There you go. Marlon Carey, she was 92, daughter of actor Paul Fix, and she didn't star.
She was Harry Carey Jr.'s wife.
She was Harry Carey Jr.'s wife. There you go. Don Gordon, he was 90, died April 24th in L.A. He married 4 times. Man, tough guy. He was in westerns with.
Well, I know some people that's been married 6.
You would too. He was in.
Tough guys, huh?
He was in Law and Order with Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Revolt at Fort Laramie. Cannon for Cordoba. Colt 45, Rough Riders, U.S. Marshal, Wanted Dead or Alive.
Shane
That's
a big
and the
one.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Wanted Dead or Alive. All those were big hit westerns.
Michael Parks was 77, known as
He's young.
an actor's voice. Yep. He turned down an offer to play Major League Baseball for the Pittsburgh Pirates because he was making more money upholstering cabinets. And to where he got discovered and went on to be an actor. He co-starred on Wagon Train. A wonderful and intense actor with a very private person, they said.
Okay, was he the Stony Burke on Wagon Train? Looks like he was right there.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
You remember that, Ray, Stony Burke on Wagon Train?
Yep, he was on Zangrain Theater, Wagon Train, yeah, Gunsmoke, a lot of stuff.
Well, see, all the big
Yep.
shows cycle these people through. You think about how many westerns they made a week.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't like today.
No, they knocked them out quick.
Yeah,
didn't they?
Nowadays, they don't even want a good Western on
Yeah.
no more.
No, it didn't take them but a few days to make a western.
That's what me and the kids watched a movie a couple of weeks ago that was made in '83, and the credits came by and there was one camera operator and one editor and one makeup artist and stuff, and we'll hang out and watch credits after the movie and just see all the hundreds, if not thousands, of people involved in a movie
Seeing
now.
the video effects.
Yeah,
you know.
and this was a legitimate movie. It was a whole thing, and there were the video effects. There was one person that did the effects.
That's amazing.
Nowadays,
And it was,
you'll have 3 or
you
4
know,
companies working on
it
the
was
effects for one movie.
And it was a studio movie from 1983. Mr. Mom, actually,
Wow.
that's what it was. And
Now this next guy coming up, Powers Booth,
yep.
he's kind of interesting because he was in the, he was called Curly Bill in Tombstone.
Yeah.
He was a saloon owner, Cy Tolliver on Deadwood.
You know, we need to turn the English language back on to Hollywood. I don't believe they know what the English language means anymore up there. I never heard such 4-letter words come out of English language
there you
anymore.
Yeah.
So,
So we only got less than a minute. So we'll get back with him. Let's take a break and let you push that button. We'll get back with Powers Booth.
okay.
So you
All right.
can really talk about him.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Hey everybody, we're back with Talking Antiques, and the number here is 728-1320.
Yep.
All right, that's old Max. He's tough on bullies, too. He's like that Cheryl's Pest Control.
Yeah, he don't mess around, does
No, sirree, buddy. You get out of line with Max, he'll get you.
He'll straighten you right up.
Well, I pulled up some Power Booth, I guess, acting parts he's been in. The first thing I think of when I actually think of Powers Booth is Red Dawn, because I was a kid when that came out. That was great.
Yeah.
Philip Marlowe, Private Eye.
Yeah, that was a big show.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what else we got. Con Air.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Sin City.
Sin City area.
He was the senator in Sin City.
Justice League United. He was. He played Gorilla Grodd and Red Tornado.
Huh.
Deadwood. I forgot about him being in Deadwood. Ben 10, which is a cartoon that the
What about
kids
Scooby
watched.
Doo? It looks like he was in it.
He did a voice in Scooby Doo, no doubt. He was in the Avengers, Looney Tunes
Hey, look
TV
at that.
show.
He
He
was
did
in
voice.
Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
Yeah.
He was a senator in that one.
And he was in the show Nashville. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is.
Yeah, but
which
that
is
was
on
one you
right
said.
now.
Philip Marlowe, or is that
Philip
what you-
Marlowe, Private Investigator.
Yeah, that was a big show, TV show.
So he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, most of them have.
Okay.
Kind of like them country music people, Ray. They play everywhere,
Yeah.
You got that right.
not just the Grand Ole Opry.
All right. We
You got
still
some
on me?
more?
Yep. We have Ann Kimball, lovely blonde, 84. She was.
That's young,
Yeah.
really.
She born in Louisiana and moved to Hollywood.
What shows is she in?
She began her radio career with Children's Radio Workshop, and then she moved on to movies, and she was on Fort Osage, Wagons West, Kit Carson, Cisco Kid, and Wild Bill Hickok.
All of those were big shows,
Yeah.
TV shows. Westerns at one time was the thing. There's no telling how many Westerns was on at one time.
I was watching The Lone Ranger and the Cisco Kid last week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could just about turn the channel from one to another.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every big station competed because they wanted some type of
Right.
Western.
Nowadays, you can't find a Western.
But in 1955, when Gunsmoke premiered, it was an adult Western.
yeah.
You know, the Gene Autry's, the Roy Rogers, the Hopalong Cassidy was geared more toward the kids.
Right.
And but they did teach you. They taught you some type of lesson every time.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what the religious stations, a lot of them are using that now for moral
For the Western?
stories. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, next on the list is Steve Sander. He was 79, died April 5th in Las Vegas. He began his acting career in the late 60s and is best remembered as Lenny, Chuck Connor's roughneck son on The Yellow Rose. Other westerns were Rough Night in Jericho, One More Train to Rob, Death Valley Days, Gunsmoke, The Virginian.
Alias Smith and Jones, he was in it.
And Centennial miniseries. David Macklin, 76. He died on April the 6th. He began working on TV in 59.
See, all these people you're saying, like, even though they're 80 and 70, that's young. Because, like, Gene Autry and Roy Rogers both would be over 100 years old right now.
True, yeah. He was on Gunsmoke, or Gunpoint, The Plainsman, Bonanza, Wild Country, Stony Brook, Gunsmoke, Virginian. So he was on, all the regular TV shows of it. Producer-director Maury Dexter was 88. He died on May the 28th, and he was associate producer on Frontier Gun, producer-director on Walk Tall, The Purple Hills, The Firebrand, Young Guns of Texas, director of Outlaw of Red River, and director on Father Murphy and Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, well, that Little House on the Prairie, big deal.
That would have been
one of the girls that's an announcer, or I guess that's what you call it, for Fox News, was one of the children on
Really?
Fox Prairie.
Little House on the Prairie?
Little House on the Prairie.
Do you know which one it was?
I can't think of her name right this second. Yeah.
Okay, when you think of it, you...
Actress Dinah Merrill, 93. She died May 22nd. She entered films at age 30 in 1955. She always portrayed the coolly sophisticated woman. At a net worth of $5 billion, she was considered the richest actress in the world.
Good gosh.
She became
$5 billion.
Dinah Merrill. Wow. She became a well-respected philanthropist and advocate for women's health issues. Republican vice chairman of the committee. Once married to Cliff Robertson. Westerns were The Sundowners, TV's Rawhide, Daniel Boone, Bonanza, and The Virginian.
Wow.
So,
see how many, all we've done is constantly talk about empty saddles here, and we still have a few left. It's a lot of these actors and actresses that's passed away every 3 months is when this comes out.
Okay.
So what's the next one?
Character actress Anna Lee, Boots Carroll. She was 86 and died April 30th. She was primarily a stage actress, but she went on to work on in 1951 on westerns. She worked on Kit Carson, Wild Bill Hickok, Range Rider, Death Valley Days, The Deputy, Empire, and the film Road to Denver.
Well, that's pretty good, though, that Death Valley Days.
Yeah, that's not a bad list.
Uh-uh.
Kenny Miller, he was 85. Best known for roles in several juvenile delinquent 1950s flicks. But he was also on some westerns. Young Guns with Russ Tamblyn, Little Shepherd of Kingdom Come, and Cisco Kid. George Shep Houston, he was 102.
Now we're getting into some.
Died in Hoodspot, Washington, December 15th.
Pictures of her.
Let's see. Shep's first work on film was 1927 as a Mexican youngster in Ramona. In 1928, he worked on a bunch of pictures in the Western industry. His filmography from 1927 to 1976 lists over 240 films and TV shows, including Gone with the Wind, Return of Frank James, Taproots, Copper Canyon, Red Badge of Courage, Aaron Slick, Stage Trooper, Bat Masterson, Wild Wild West, Virginian, Bonanza. He was on them all, 250 or 240. Cal Bellini, he was 81, best known for playing Indian roles. He died April 19th. He was born in Singapore, cast as an Indian though. The westerns he were in were Little Big Man, The Mountain Men, The Cowboys, Kung Fu, Little House on the Prairie, Law of the Land, Young Daniel Boone's, and Go West, Young Girl.
Hey, just to let you know, Gene Autry was born in 1907.
Really? Wow.
And Roy Rogers was born in 1911. So that tells you how old. Think about it. Gene Autry would be 110 years old. Well, he is 110.
That's surprising, yeah. Actor narrator William T. Woodson was 99. He died February 22nd. Coming from radio, he began on TV or radio shows such as Lights Out, and graduated small roles on TV. Westerns were More Dead Than Alive and TV's Klondike. Death Valley Days, Have Gun Will Travel, Rifleman, Empire, F Troop, and Grizzly Adams is the narrator on the show. Let's see. Georgia Collins was 91. Died on May the 5th in Calgary, Canada. Had some roles in Gunsmoke, Lonesome Dove, and Into the West.
So, you've been reading these off. So think about the Westerns were really popular in the 50s, real big. But I mean, in the 30s and the 40s, they had Westerns all the time, but real big in the 50s. They really shot up there.
You're right.
But look at the age of these people.
Yeah.
Well, I was born in 1950, so I'm 67. And these people have been there 20 and 30 and 40 years before me.
There you go.
Melissa Francis.
Well, that's my list.
That's it.
All right, you've got the list of the people that passed away, but you got a big deal. How much time we got? We got 2 minutes. So we're going to talk about the big sale. Every 3 months or so, that when this thing comes out, there is some articles that they auction off, and the people that you read on, some of their possessions, I guess they might have auctioned. Who knows?
Okay.
Well, I have to find it for you.
Well, we don't want that video planned.
Here we go. It says Big Time Cowboy Auction.
Okay.
So just tell them where it was, and we'll get down to the figures here in just a minute, because we only got about a minute, and we'll come back and talk about it.
Brian LaBelle's Old West auction, June the 10th in Fort Worth, Texas, saw a magnificent and impressive array of over 33 B Western and TV Western artifacts reaping big bucks.
Okay, B Westerns. Most of the people that you were talking about that passed away, they were into B Westerns. And B Westerns was, to me, was a little different than regular B movies. I mean, the Westerns just, they touch most kids' hearts. They loved Westerns. The kids my age growing up.
Lord, yeah, we had broom handles
And they all had their favorites.
mop heads was the tail of the
or a corn stalk.
Yeah.
You remember you cut off the corn stalk and make you a
buddy.
horse too. Okay, so let's take a break. You got to push your button, and then we're going to talk about some of the stuff that's sold. And by the way, looks like Roy Rogers' horse Trigger and Dale Evans' Buttermilk's moving somewhere too.
Yep. Okay.
You're listening to Let's Talk Antiques on Thunder Radio.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in, get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
All right, folks, it's time to talk antiques once again, so let's get it on, boys.
We're talking cowboys right now.
Yeah.
Cowboys?
By the way,
no Indians.
Roy Rogers Jr., he was born in 46, so he's, what, 71 now?
Wow.
I bet he's not sitting in the saddle often.
No.
He might be.
Yeah, he's on something I don't want to get on.
Okay, so...
Still in pretty good shape in your 70s.
Yeah, they talk a big talk.
Well...
But a lot of people can't walk that talk.
Roy Rogers had a heart attack when, I think he was in his 60s or early 50s when he had that first heart attack.
Yeah.
And you know how active he was.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about some stuff that sold?
Yep.
Is that right?
The Brian LaBelle's Old West auction. Some of the interesting stuff they had were 3 Tom Mix Miracle Rider 1-sheets, sold for $847. My Darling Clementine 1-sheet went for $968. And Roy Rogers' Yellow Rose of Texas 79 by 41-inch poster.
Boys, can I insert something?
Yep.
I saw on television the other night this little old lady, 103 years old, winning a race. 103 years old, winning a race.
Wow.
What kind of a foot race?
She was running it. No, on her 2 legs.
Foot race.
Yeah.
Foot race.
Foot race.
Yeah, foot race.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. Well, that just goes to show
I just couldn't believe that.
Well, it just goes to show you that it's not about age, it's about health.
Boy, it was
It
unbelievable.
really don't. I mean, I know people that's 20 years old in bad shape.
Yeah, true.
So it's really about the health.
Well, we don't know.
The condition of your body.
Right.
So the Yellow Rose of Texas poster went for $847. Let's see if we can get off the posters and get to some stuff. Buck Jones's Riding for Justice 1-sheet went for $3,267. Is it Buck Jones's Personal Foot Locker went for $968. 5 John Wayne insert posters, one for Comanche, Tall in the Saddle, Red River, Angel and the Bad Man, and Beneath the Arizona Skies. The went for $1,815. A lot of 5 John Wayne signed photos and 1 James Stewart went for $968. Signed Buck Jones photo, $726. Man, they're getting top dollar for these. Let's see, a Colt revolver used by Gail Davies on Annie Oakley went for $10,285. Man. Douglas Valley as Doc Holliday's 36 caliber Remington pocket revolver used on Wyatt Earp went for $1,210. Buck Jones Wild Wild West show poster, $1,926. Man. Tom Mix's full-size steamer trunk went for $847. Man, well, this is,
Well,
all
mixed stuff.
top dollar stuff, but this is, these are authentic items from the stars and from
Oh,
the
yeah.
shows too, so.
Which is real reasonable, really.
Yeah. Let's see, silver mounted Mexican spurs given to John Ford on a birthday by Tom Mix, $3,025. Tom Mix's Big House catch rope, used by Mix in the Sells Floto Circus, later owned by Monty Montana, went for $1,331. Eddie Dean's nude colored shirt went for $121. Nudie. That's the guy from Nashville, isn't it?
Well, he's out in California. He made all the famous stars suits and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Nudie
hats.
shirts.
Yeah. He was real famous. Matter of fact,
Porter Wagner and all that.
Charlie Louvin, all of them.
Yeah.
They had those. Yeah, Porter Wagner, all the country music people had those suits.
Here's Dale Evans' nudie made star blouse, went for $484. Yeah.
That's just a blouse.
Yeah. Sunset Carson's butterfly design boots went for $1,089. Dick Florin's floral covered boots along with signed photo, $1,089. Will Rogers' Ziegfeld Follies rope that was used by him went for $2,723. Gene Autry Turk made suit, $2,178. Man. And then, let's see, Trigger. It's actually Dale Evans' horse buttermilk was sold at the Roy Rogers Charities High Noon auction.
That's been a few years.
$20,000. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's been a few years ago.
I guess what?
I'm thinking it was like 2010.
Yeah. But I guess the thing is that RFD TV owns Trigger and Bullet.
Yeah. Well, they didn't originally. They only owned one of them, and then they found where I think Buttermilk was, somebody else had bought Buttermilk, and so RFD TV ended up buying it from whoever bought it at auction.
Trigger, Bullet, and Buttermilk will be on display at, or they're owned by RFD TV now, and they put them at a, what is the name of the Texas Cowboy Hall of Fame?
That's where they are right now.
They're building a studio.
But they're building, a museum studio thing for them. So they're gonna bring them out to there. They don't say where that is, though.
Let me tell you a little trivia. Buttermilk was actually faster than Trigger, and so she would have to hold him back because he could outrun Trigger.
Is that right?
Ain't that something? And he was the Wonder Horse, but he wasn't the fastest horse. Buttermilk was.
Okay, well that's all for me.
That all the cowboy stuff you got?
All the cowboy stuff.
So how much time we got, Mister? We got 5 minutes, so we might as well get started into the Wizard.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz.
No.
No, not the Wizard of Oz. No, we're going to talk about an auction that they had on July the 9th, and not just bicycles, they had gas pumps and signs, and they had a lot of stuff. There was 182 chairs, and the regulars all had them reserved. This was at CNA Auctions in North Carolina, and they had online bidding, but this guy here, his regulars actually took a little precedence over the online bidders because the ones that were there paid a 10% buyer's premium, and the online bidders paid a 15% buyer's premium, so it paid you a little bit to be there, especially if you bought something expensive. The sales leader for motorcycles and scooters was a 1946 Model H Whizzer motorbike. It had been completely restored and had hand pinstriping. In its day, it was more reliable and popular than any of the other Whizzer models.
Yeah. Now, what did they sell for you? From 80-something to 90-something dollars?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, new.
Yeah. What were they? Do you have that figure in front of you?
I don't have it in front of me, but it was the kits. It was the motor.
Yeah, this one particular
with the
one.
tanks.
Yeah, this one particular one though was made better, and it actually lasted longer. Do you have that figure?
No, I was going to say, just for the people who don't know what whizzers are,
I was
can you
fixing to tell.
describe that?
Whizzer bicycle engines. There were a line of bicycle engines that were made in the United States from 1939 to 1965, and they were commonly sold as kits to be assembled and attached to your bicycle.
By the way, that kit started out selling for $54.95.
And it was a smaller tank than the later ones too, wasn't it? I believe I saw what you
And it was almost 1.4 horsepower. 1.4 horsepower.
Wow.
For a bicycle, they'd probably get it pretty fast.
Well, they put a lot of those Whizzer motors and the kit, the tank, and all that come with it. And, it had the belt drive. That's a lot of stuff, for $50-something. But anyway, they usually put them on those Swin bicycles or something heavy, Yeah.
Whizzer USA reappeared in 1997 to sell an improved version pre-assembled on an old Schwinn style bicycle frame, like David was saying. The bicycle engine was first produced in 1939 by Breen Taylor Engineering, and they were based out of Los Angeles, and they made airplane parts.
Hey, let me tell you a little story here about that.
I was scared it was going to move.
Let me tell you a little story about that one good one that you're talking about. It's called the F model.
Uh-huh.
It said, with the war ending, Whizzer was able to bring its production of engines back up and make them available to the general public. The Model F, released in 1945, was the same as the new model that had been released during World War II, with the same belt drive and large 5-gallon tank. That's what you was talking about.
Wow, 5 gallons.
And let's see, approximately the 4200 Model F engines were sold for $125 each.
And the only
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
The only way they could keep manufacturing them during the war was to sell them as troop to carry soldiers.
Yeah, well, they used them to
For necessary
messages and stuff.
Yes,
Deliver messages.
courier bikes.
You're right.
You can get all the way across town on one of them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd say a lot of Whizzers, and I know Harley's was, and probably other bikes were used during the war. The government probably ordered a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now, in 1948, they sold their first pre-assembled motorized bicycle, and they called it the Pacemaker. Okay, the engines ceased to be produced in 1965 because of an increasingly competitive bicycle engine market, which I don't remember seeing.
That probably, it's like anything else. If you see a good thing going, some other companies jump in there and try to copy them a little ways, change it a little bit. I'm sure there was a lot of different ones.
Now, in 1997, Whizzer motorcycles were brought back into production in the same style of the originals. Of course, the technology had improved, but the Whizzer company, as of 2014, it's not in they're not in production right now.
Yeah, I bought one of those, and it was like $1,900. And
A new one or
the new one.
Okay.
It was like, what'd you say, 99? Is that when I must have got it? Is that when that company?
1997.
Okay, that's probably when I got mine, when they first come out.
And then they quit in 2014.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something. It was made overseas, and it was nothing like the original one. It was real light, not built well. And I did ride it a little bit, and it run okay, but it was nothing like the.
How do you start it?
Pedal it.
Okay.
I think that's what kills a lot of things is them shipping it over. And you don't get the craftsmanship that you get here.
Yeah.
I mean, you might pay a little more, but I think the craftsmanship is better. And there's a lot more quality controls. But anyway, the 46 Model H Whizzer brought $5,500.
Okay. Tell you what, with that, let's talk your break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about gas pumps, gasoline signs, dealership signs. Ain't that right, Philip?
Dealership signs.
And
there you
gas signs.
This is Let's Talk Antiques on Thunder Radio.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
All right, folks, we're back with Let's Talk Antiques.
Okay, so you're going to talk about some other stuff that sold at that auction, starting out with gas pumps?
We got some gas pumps.
The first one's going to be a gravity flow, right?
The top dollar pump was a restored Texaco pump manufactured by Wayne Pump Company in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Visible 10-gallon cylinder and original crank handle sold for $2,860.
That's a bargain.
Second highest at $1,925 was a Bennett Model 646 that dispensed Texaco Super Chief. Rounding out the top 3 was a pure oil pump with globe for $1,815. Next we go on to large gasoline signs. Most major American gasoline producers in the 40s and 50s were represented in the category. Outdoor signs, generally measured 3 to 5 foot across. Included were 6 large, identical 4-foot diameter Gulf oil signs that sold between $880 and $1,430. At $2,090 was a top dollar gasoline sign, which is a Phillips 66 Shield with a mounting bracket. 6-foot, 2-sided wood frame backed Kindle sign with a sturdy center post came in at second at $1,925. Man. And a 2-sided porcelain Sinclair oil sign with a bright green Dino the Dinosaur was $1,815. Used to see those just at abandoned gas stations when I was a kid.
Oh,
just still standing
And
around.
the big Dino on the on
We
the
didn't know
side.
that. We'd been robbing them, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Well, they'd have given them to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably.
They wanted somebody to haul them off.
Yeah, it was a hassle with that.
And I'd have
junk
hauled
through.
them all. Thinking I'd done a good deed.
Dealership signs, their next category, a 6-foot diameter Oldsmobile service sign in near mint condition, topped this category. It was a bright 2-sided porcelain sign with center globe, The sales second highest lot at $5,280. A red, yellow, and black John Deere farm implement rectangular sign without a trace of John Deere green rolled in at $2,090. A near mint Kaiser Fraser approved service double-sided porcelain sign was third at $1,760, and an identical Kaiser Fraser sign with numerous chips but with a mounting bracket came in at $1,650.
You remember those Kaiser Fraser, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't remember Kaiser Fraser.
I remember old Kaiser cars.
Oh yeah.
I rode in one.
Yeah. So Ronnie, have you got some more prices, or is that?
Oh yeah. They also had they had pedal cars there.
Oh, well, tell us about them.
They had some 7 pedal cars and pedal tractors. The top two, the top one was $1,320, and it was a Murray 3-wheeled supersonic jet plane from the 50s.
We used to have one of them, Ronnie. Don't you remember?
I remember it. Now in second place they had this one too. You had a kitty car.
Yep.
Had spoke wheels and Pierce inflated script on the radiator. It brought $1,100, and then they had a 58 Chevrolet that was used at a dealership. It was plastic. Brought $715. Okay. Then they had a 15-inch Prohibition era. It was a G-Man pursuit car. It was red, black, and yellow. Had a little wind-up thing in the windshield.
Now we're just talking about a wind-up. Well, that's a Mark's toy too,
Yeah,
isn't
it was a Mark's toy. We're talking about toys now. But
How much that bring?
$522.50. Then they had a 17.
They bring between $400 and $800 depending on the shape of them.
I was thinking the stuff didn't bring a whole lot at this auction.
No. Well, that's where you should have been. You know, we
Yeah.
should have been there at that auction.
Had been a good place. Second, they had a 17-inch battery-operated Marlin speedboat. Brought $467.50. Then they had a Mark's farm implement set in the box. Brought $275. Now, the half of the whole back wall of the auction gallery was a Coke collection, and there was everything from metal buttons and coolers to bottle dispensers and clocks. And the top seller of this was a one-sided metal sign that would easily take up the entire wall in a man cave, it says. 1935 sign read, "Fountain service, drink Coca-Cola, delicious and refreshing." It had a faint yellow Federal Service mark in the sea of Coca. It was 96 by 54 inches. Brought $3,520. Then they had a 1950s Vendo Model 44 vending machine. Brought $2,750. Spent 6.5 ounce bottles. And they had a salesman sample in original paint of a Coke General Store cooler with a removable side panel. It also brought $2,750. And it says there was a lot in a category all of its own, an advertising sign for Blumenthal's, a Greensboro department store that closed in 2012 after 86 years in business. And it was 45 feet long by 4 feet tall. It was in 6 panels, and it brought $2,750. And that's what I've got.
Okay.
There.
We got 2 minutes, so you I noticed you pulled up some Whizzer motorbikes.
Yeah.
Let's talk real quick about what's the highest price one you've seen that sold. Since we got a couple minutes.
See, we got the highest price sold that with a good number was $4,450 with 34 bids.
You had to buy it now, but it didn't bring what they was asking.
Yeah, there was another one but I'm not sure they accepted a best offer that was above that, but I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah.
This is That bike belonged to an 86-year-old father who had owned it for as long as they could remember. So that was
He might have got that when he was a kid.
And he had a car collection and a bike collection, didn't he?
I guess so. Here's a 47 Schwinn Whizzer that went for $2,300 as for the buy it now. And one of the new ones, a 2001 model.
Yeah.
Went with 142 miles on it. Sold for $2,000 for the buy it now.
That's more than it costing you.
Yeah. So they've gone up a little bit in value.
Mm-hmm.
You still got yours, or
No, I
get
got rid of that thing. I didn't like it.
Here's a vintage Schwinn Whizzer that's kind of a pink that went for $1,800.
All right, we're gonna have to go. By the way, Dennis Hunt and I both had one, and matter of fact, Dennis picked mine up for me when he went and got his.
Ah.
All right, with that, we gotta get out of here, right?
Gotta go.